is in the house.
I said DOA Hit Squad, yeah, that's the channel name. From the digital dome, we ain't playing no game. We got a crew of knowledge sharp, ready to attack. Laying down the foundation, ain't no turning back. First up on the track, the mastermind on the mix. He's cooking up the facts, no room for dirty tricks. It's the DOA Hit Squad, y'all only origin. We bring in the fire, watch the history begin. From the scrolls to the stars, the wisdom we share. Science, history, Torah, put your hands in the air. We break down the lies, expose the fraud and the fable. Truth on the table, DOA is forever stable. Yeah, give it up for Eric, the mad scientist, yeah, that's his title. Dropping formulas, making knowledge vital. He's in the lab with the facts, dissecting the fiction, proving that they're way back in depiction. Then you got the wisdom of Yasha and Yasha rallying, unpacking the ancient text, no need for the shallow. Word is bond, understanding is the only mission. Breaking down the scriptures with pure recognition. Hold up, pay attention, listen close to the flow. The foundational truth, that's what we aim to show. We got smash, idol, and Vika Torah, standing firm and tall. It's Torah only, I only answering the righteous call. We dig deep in the archives, we study every source, confirming the record, setting the proper course. It's the DOA Hit Squad, y'all only origin. We bring in the fire, watch the history begin. From the scrolls to the stars, the wisdom we share. Science, history, Torah, put your hands in the air. We break down the lies, expose the fraud and the fable. Truth on the table, DOA is forever stable. Yeah, you ready for the knowledge? You ready for the heat? Subscribe, hit the bell, can't be beat. It's the DOA Hit Squad. Hit Squad. Hey, hey. DOA Hit Squad. Hey, DOA Hit Squad. Stay tuned. Peace. How's you?
Shalom. Brother Yasha Ben Israel. What's up, brother? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Peace, man. Been going for a nice little minute, man. Yes, I have been off of social media for some time, man, and hey, I think of a scripture in the Bible, what King David in the Psalms 23rd, where he talk about how he laid down in green pasture, and how the Lord restored his soul.
Yeah.
And that's what's been happening with me, man. I had to lay down in green pasture so that the Lord can restore my soul.
All right, there you go. Yeah, that's good. Because we like I said for the past couple of shows, we've been off the air for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Not really like deeply involved. We watch what's trending and seeing what's going on and et cetera, et cetera. Like I said to my brother, he said to me, when the lions and the cats, are away, the mice play. So we back.
Well, myself, I like to practice sanctification. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know whether that principle is practiced in the modern day Israelite paradigm. But it's a practice that I learned from the Pentecostal church, and the old school Pentecostal church. And what I mean by sanctification, it's the principle where I set myself apart. There's been a lot going on in the Hebrew Israelite movement, and the Most High has chosen me to set myself apart from all of the riffraff, the nonsense, and the bullcrap, because systematically, Shaitan, the adversary, has used these Israelites as a plot and a ploy against me. These guys that sit with you, hang around you, act like they're your brothers and your friends. But because you don't agree with something that they agree with, these people the cognitive dissonance was set in. They will hate on you, they will lie on you. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a quest for power as opposed
to the brotherly love. These people.
Yeah. Yeah, because the quest of power, man, is in contrast to a worship of God and a respect for brotherly love.
Yeah,
most of these guys are fighting for power, man. We on social media. A lot of these guys have never had no attention before in their lives. They get them a couple hundred people in their chat. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just watching. And they feel like, man, that they're on the big golden screen.
Yep.
and it's really silly, man. People want to become Israelite leaders for the power and and the
The power and
star
the
quality of
prestige.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and not necessarily for the purpose of advancing God's people.
That's right. That's right. That's supposed to be the ultimate message. Should be the basis, the reasoning behind everything. You know what I'm saying? Shalom,
Yeah,
brother Vakar World. You are always welcome to come up on here. The link is in the background.
brother Bakar.
hmm Faithful brother Vakar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that,
So yeah, so that's where I've been.
no, it's all good, you know. I mean, I've seen things going on. I know you been seeing things, watching things, you know what I'm saying? So, this is
Yeah.
when the way we could discuss a few things, whatever, you know what I mean? Not really air too many out, but whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying? This is your show. This is Yasha's Blackout Hour. You know what I
Well, I
mean?
noticed. I noticed. I would guess. I don't know. How long have you been? Has it been since I've been streaming? Would you say?
I would have to say at least 7 to 8 months, because that's, you know what I'm saying? I stopped about 8 months ago, and I haven't
Yeah.
been seeing that much going on. You know what I mean? You hear one or two things going on, maybe on the other side, things are
Yeah.
HOK or whatever. I haven't even seen nothing really going on that was, literally impressive, activities on the Lions Den. So, I mean, like,
Yeah.
really, you know?
So I've been. You know, I've been. I've been falling back, man. And there's been. I think that this year I probably live streamed probably 10 times at best. The
hmm
whole year. I've been falling back, man, and I've noticed like recently, since I've been falling back, I noticed that there are Israelites that just can't keep my name out their mouth. And I haven't been on social media in a long time. There is no reason in the world for you to let Yasha live rent free in your head.
Wow.
You know, I mean, really, these guys, it's just crazy, man. The things that they do. I'm a small Israel, in stature.
See,
I'm a small
they probably
channel.
was out there. They probably was out there gaslighting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Gaslighting. They
yeah,
probably
all day.
need you for something.
Oh yeah, all day. They
hmm
definitely were gaslighting. What they do is they downplay my reality. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? To uplift theirs.
Yeah.
And it's sad, man, that you do that. You ever seen people do that, man? Downplay others to uplift themselves.
You try to make somebody else look like the spectacle when in reality they are the spectacle themselves. You know.
Yeah, it's that type of thing. You
hmm
know, I was watching Judah Nash channel the other day. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I just happened to go on, just happened to go on YouTube, and he was live, so he would
hmm
automatically be in my live feeds.
hmm
You know.
hmm
So I had just happened to pop on there, and he's talking about Israelites, and there's certain Israelites that he's not going to say none of their names that you
hmm
don't see around anymore. And he's telling people that the reason that you don't see these Israelites around anymore is because that Yahweh, right,
hmm
has gotten rid of them, that Yahweh has kicked them out, and that they won't be coming back. They can't come back when Yahweh
hmm
kicked them out. That he did not kick them out, that Yahweh kicked them out. And he swore up and down that he wasn't going to say no names, but my name ended up coming right up out of his mouth.
What? You guys to be kidding. Wow, that
Yeah,
sounds like
man.
definitely gaslight somewhere along the line, or at least,
Yes, yes.
trying to light up some tissue or something.
I haven't been on social media in eons, man. I have since I've been on social media, man. I done recorded maybe like 3 movies this year. Two of
Yep.
them, yeah, two of them are out already. One of them will be out sometime in the spring. Sometime
hmm
between January and spring, because it'll be on Tubi, The first the last movie we did was Frenemies. It's on Tubi.
Frenemies.
Yeah, I
I
did
know I
another.
seen one of I watched one of your movies because that's the thing. Last time I talked to you is when I said, "Oh, okay, you got movies going on out here in Detroit and all that." I said, "Yeah, you doing your thing, making that money, man. Come on." But yeah, give me some titles. You know what I'm saying? Even so the views can like check you out too. You know what I'm saying? I see you was acting good. Yeah. What would God say? He says, "Let them hate, but the world will seek to listen to y'all." That's right. They want to hear the truth. They're gonna definitely listen to us. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I don't even get you the notifications anymore. Just reset it." I think he's been sitting down too for a while, old Judah, and then he popped up a few times. Popped up a few times. A lot of these guys, but that statement, I don't think that's fair to you. Oh man, you you lost your signal. Man, it's supposed to be your show, and you on the go. I'll wait for you. I'll stand by. Huh. But I did watch a couple of Brother Yasha's movies. I forgot some of the title names, but it was some good stuff. Very good stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me let him back on here. Yeah, Brother Yasha. I don't know what
Well,
happened.
well, I'm on my phone, and
Uh,
maybe I need to probably. I don't know how I'm going to do it while I'm on the show because anything I do could probably knock me. I'm afraid to do
oh
anything
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
gotta
it's
turn
going
your
to knock me out the
notifications
show.
off. Turn the
Yeah,
notifications off.
So something happened to where it just booted me out the show. Uh, I think it's you know how your screen timed where like
Hmm.
you could be reading something and the screen could be timed for maybe 30 seconds, a minute,
Hmm.
5 minutes, 10 minutes. I think the screen timed out, and then once
Uh,
the screen timed out, the phone went black, and then now I got to go, it threw me out the show.
oh, okay. Yeah,
So
but
maybe I got to do
you
something
were
like
saying
tap the screen or something.
you were saying about your Tubi movies. I know I watched. I like at least two of them. I forgot the names of the titles, but you should definitely what I'm saying. Let the viewers know the names of those movies because those were quite good movies. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know.
I was the last one was with Max Law Entertainment, and it was
Mhm.
called Frenemies 2025.
Mhm.
And we did another movie back in like I would guess maybe like 2000. It was a long time ago.
Yeah,
We
because you
did
was like a lot younger. One of them I seen.
yeah, we did one back years ago. I think it was called that one was called Killing Your Enemies, KYE. Both
Okay.
of them are on Tubi. Those are up under Max Law Entertainment. Killing Your Enemy actually came out years ago. I would guess around 2010, maybe.
Mhm.
You know, something like that. Maybe even earlier than that. You know, it was a long time ago. Might about 2007 or something. It was a
Mhm.
long time ago. And when that movie came out, actually, I was still in the rap game. I was doing rap music. I was
I
a rap
seen. I
producer.
seen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The movie actually one of my songs it made it in the soundtrack of that movie. But
Mhm.
that movie actually was the first worldwide exposure that I have gotten because all of my records were local. Most of them never made it outside of Michigan. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But the movies, once we started doing movies, he got to deal with Blockbuster. Do you remember Blockbuster Video?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that movie made it to Blockbuster, and he got to deal with Blockbuster. So people was written this movie from Blockbuster all around the country. He had got to
Mhm.
deal with Netflix, and this movie was in Netflix.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Netflix got real big, and if the movies is not really doing a whole lot, then Netflix would boot you out. So
Mhm.
eventually, it got to the point to where we were shopping it on different social media, and now Tubi. So since Tubi came out, he uploaded the movie up on Tubi. So now that movie is up on Tubi, and that's Killing Your Enemy. I was up under
What's this? Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. What's the synopsis of the movie? Let the people know. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What the
uh
movie about?
you know what, I saw you know what, I saw Killing Your Enemy.
Mm,
Frenemies, the new movie. Would you believe that I have not even saw it yet?
wow.
And it's been out a couple months. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for one of those days. I'm just sitting around and want to do some self exploring and then go back and look at it. And that's something that I learned from. My jazz instructor by the name of Donald Brown from Knoxville College. He was the jazz pianist for Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. And one day he took me to his home and he showed me his music collection. And he
Mhm,
showed me like ever since he was like 16 years old, how he was playing piano on records. And he showed
mhm,
me all of the records that he did. And I asked him, I said, man, when you was doing these, I mean, how do you feel, man, when you look on these records and you see your name on the back of these records? He said, when I first started doing it, man, I was very, 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 very excited. He said, but after a while, it got to the point to where I would just go do the session. They give me the record, I just put it in my collection. I said a lot of that stuff I wouldn't even
mhm.
go back and listen to it. And I say, what? He said, no. He said, one day I want to just sit back when I get old, maybe when I retire and I just sit back and just go back over all my accomplishments, and then I'll go back and listen.
Legacy and history. You know that, right? You know.
Yeah, you know. Uh, and that's how I was when I was doing my rap records and stuff, man. I used to listen to that stuff every day, all day. Drive up the street, got the music pounding, letting me and the world listen to it all day, every day. As I got older,
Mhm,
those. But I'm used to that type of stuff now, so it's not as exciting. I'm not as excited about that type of stuff anymore. It's become a part of my existence. There is four movies.
mhm,
It was another a friend of mine. He's a rapper. He has his own. I forget the Crossbow Entertainment. That's what it is. And he got
Crossbow Entertainment.
yeah, he got movies out on. He got movies out on you or Tubi. And I starred in two of his movies. One of them was called Revenge. I had a small cameo role in that one.
Mhm,
And then he had another one. I think I had a cameo in that one called Don't Get on the Bus. Both of those are Tubi movies. Yeah, those are Tubi movies. So that's four movies on Tubi. The next movie we already got it loaded up. With the people in Tubi is looking over it, making sure that it's fit for to go on their channel.
mhm.
So we're looking at probably it takes about 6 months or so. Uh, it'll probably be about another 2 or 3 months and it'll be out. The name of this movie is called South of 8 Mile, and I actually saw this
South Eight
movie.
Mile. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I actually saw the whole movie. The most of the movies were gangster movies, black street movies, gangster movies, a lot of them violence. Frenemies
Mhm,
got something to do with some guys that grew up together. They were in the streets or whatnot, and something happened where these guys over the years, something happened where one of the murders came back to bite one of them, and
mhm.
and the guy who the murders came back and bit, he had went back and killed all of the guys who helped him to do these crimes. And basically these friends, something happened. It was in the streets that caused these friends to become enemies and stuff like that. It's one of those type of movies. But that South of 8 Mile, I
Well,
am
that's the
playing.
one that's called Frenemies, though.
Yeah, that's frenemies.
Okay.
Now, this time for 8 Mile, I'm playing a whole nother role. And that's what I was telling my producers. I was like, man, you got to quit putting me in every movie you might make. It's some gangster movie or somebody killing. And, I said, every one of these movies you want to, you want to, I get it. That's what you write. I said, but you got to change my role up.
You want to play something
You know,
positive.
well, whatever the case, it can be bad. right?
Mhm.
It can whatever the kid, because we acting, right? I'm an actor. It can be what I just want a different type of role. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a killer or getting shot in every damn movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't want to be a gangster in every movie. So in Frenemies, I mean not in Frenemies, in South of 8 Mile, I am playing the role of an executive producer, not executive producer, a music producer, and a talent scout who and it's pretty much kind of based off of my life pretty much. That's why he I guess I'm playing myself in a sense up under a different name. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. That's what's up,
The
though. That's
role,
what's up.
yeah, it's based off of my life about a young man who started out in the music, a music industry, and he did a whole lot of stuff, produced a lot of records, influenced a lot of guys that have made it and got record deals. And he himself quite not didn't blow up, but he's still out doing his thing, and he's recognizing the talent in the city, and he's doing whatever he can to get in the game.
Yeah, that sounds like you definitely got to send that link. That sounds like something
Yeah,
fire. Mhm. We want to
and
we
it's
want to
it's
see something like that.
yeah, and and it's. I think I got about 5 different scenes that I was acting in that one, and both of them are pretty lengthy, and they're
Mhm.
pivotal to the movie. So I'm like I think I'm like the co-star in the movie.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's something to put on your resume. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And you talking about like movies. You never know. That's your thing anyway. So you're gonna always shine there. You know what I'm saying? When people try to turn around and say, "Oh, Yasha, he ain't about nothing." Well, 'cause Yasha is about something. Yasha got acting skills. You know what I'm saying? They got knocked off again. They'll say Yasha got acting skills, but Yasha phone throwing them off skills. It's all good though. It's all good. We'll hold this spot. We get back on. Yeah, brother Bakar, I want him to send the link because I watched, like I said, 2 of his movies. They're very, very, very good. You know, you would think they're like, low budget, or no, they're not really low budget. They're quite good movies.
Yeah, and mind you that the 4 movies that are on Tubi now are from 2 different companies that
Hmm.
have no dealings with each other.
Wow,
You
that's a
know,
good deal.
yeah. So one is up under Crossbow Entertainment, and the others up under Max Law. The other two up under Max Law Entertainment. And mind you that the very first one, Killing Your Enemies, was when we first started out. And as you can see now, the movies we have gained a lot more experience. The writing is much better. The acting is much better. The production is much better. The
Hmm.
editing. So throughout time we've learned. So you can see the growth like in these movies. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm. That's a good thing.
These movies. The more we do them, the better they get.
All right, brother Bakar's up on here.
Yeah, so
Shalom,
long. I'm
brother
just
Bakar.
listening to the elders.
Hmm. Now we just
Brother
having a
by
little
far.
talk.
Yeah.
Nothing serious and that. But yeah,
Peace
go
and
ahead.
blessings to you.
Yeah, so long, elders. So long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And you were saying something, talking about the haters and the dissenters against Yasha, those who speak down upon me. You got this Judah Ass character, man. That's all he does, man. And it's envy. The guy is very, very jealous of me. I mean, intellectually, this guy can't hold a match to me. And because of that, yeah, and because of that, he want to gaslight me. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, man. I mean, he want to sit up here and talk bad about my lifestyle as if though he know me. This guy live all the way in Japan and don't know a thing about me. He wants to make the world out like I'm some kind of like I'm slacking in something. Man, I live a
Nah.
beautiful life, man. You know what I'm saying?
You enjoying your life, really.
Yeah, I live a beautiful life, man. I'm not lacking for anything. He calls me a bum, you know, and
Wow.
and the reason why he does this is because you know what I'm a show off, okay, and the reason why I show off is because of people like him.
Well, we all have a bit of you know what I'm saying, pride
Yeah,
that we show
you
off.
know,
So
I'm a peacock, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll be honest with you, man. I am when it comes to dressing up, you know, man. Man. I do my thing, brother,
yeah,
and I take
that's what
pictures
you
and I flaunt them.
that's what you're
So, and
supposed to
because
do.
I do that, he wants to tell. He knows that I be fly as freaking heck. I be fly as all outdoors, man. I'm not going to use any profanity. I'm learning to take that stuff up out of my vocabulary.
Well,
So
good.
yeah, I be fly, man. It's all outdoors, man. You know, I be fly as an eagle, bruh. And because of that, he wants to sit up there and be jealous and show his hatred and tell people that I'm some type of bum, you know, that I live in the ghetto. And I mean, I live in one of the richest parts of the city of Detroit, man. There's
Yeah,
mansions all around my house, bro.
you know, brother,
I live
man,
in a historic.
he's got a, you know, I
Yeah.
guess a thing with, I guess with you. So
Yeah,
I
he
be
wants to
like,
call me this bum, man. You know what I'm saying? And tonight I'm going to make a video tonight. I think I'm gonna do something real bum. I'm gonna do something like a real bum would do. I think I'm gonna make a video. I seen this Coogee jogging suit I wanted to buy. It's about $600. I think that I'm going to make a video of me making an actual purchase,
Hey,
taunting, taunting
not
and teasing him like a bum, and asking him, "I ain't never seen no bum do this."
not to cut you off or nothing like that, but I remember like probably maybe like probably about 12 or 13 years or something. I bought a pair of Coogee jeans because I wanted them so bad. And you right, it cost a lot of money. It does.
Yeah, you know, I got a Coogee silk shirt and a hat. The shirt is $500, and the hat is like $200.
damn,
You know what I'm saying?
you ain't
I walk,
playing.
yeah, I walk around with alligators. You know, I
Mm,
walk around with Gucci's, Louis. You know what I'm saying? Louis Vuitton for men. You know, I walk around with Dior. You know what I'm saying? I got probably about 30 pairs of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I stay fly, bro. I mean, I stay super duper fly. I stay flyer than the rappers and the drug dealers, brother. And that's because I'm blessed. And I do that. And I brag and I make my boast in the Lord. And he doesn't
there
like
you
that.
go. There you go. There you go.
You know, David, the
Oh,
scripture said that I've
so
never seen the righteous forsaken. And what I'm saying is that I think if this is what I'm doing is called being a bum, brother, I think that I love being a bum. If that's what you want to, if that's what you see. You know, I'm saying that I have on one outfit that costs more than this whole wardrobe in the last 10 years. I do my thing, man. I
I
walk
had
around with all types of flashy jewelry, and I'm bragging because I make my boast in the Lord.
There you go.
David said,
yeah,
"I've
I feel
never
that.
seen the righteous forsaken. I've never seen
That's
the
right.
Lord seed begging for bread, brother." And I exemplify that.
Mhm.
And you hate it.
Wow. I wonder
Well,
what's on his mind.
I,
That's what I wonder.
You see,
I ain't
you
gonna
see.
cap.
And what was that you say, Vakar?
I finna say, I finna say, when I bought those pair that the Coochie jeans, I wore them Coochie jeans every day, and I washed them Coochie jeans too. But I wore my pair of Coochie jeans every day, and I
So you
washed
got
them
your money
every
worth
day.
out
Got
of
that
it.
money worth, right?
Yeah, I
But
paid
see,
so much money for them Coochie jeans. I wore them
but
every
see,
day. I washed them every day. I
but I'm
wore
gonna
them.
tell you something. If you had those same jeans right now and you put them
Mm.
online, you probably get all your money back. Because
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you about the brand Coogee. Coogee and Gucci and Louis Vuitton is like this. They'll make when they make something, they'll make a certain amount of it, right? And then after that, it'll become vintage and they'll never make it again.
Mm-hmm.
Once it becomes vintage, the price goes up.
Yeah.
Even if the stuff is used, you know what I'm saying? You got Coogee sweaters that I was looking online that's they'll tell you that this sweater came out in 1990 something. I'm like, what? And this man still
Damn.
wants $600 for it? Yeah. And that's because those
My little
prints.
brother stole mine, but he ain't steal them.
Yeah.
But he just started wearing them, and I was like, whatever.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened with I used to have a but in fact in the movie, if you watch the movie what was that movie? Killing Your Enemy. I had on an all black Coogee outfit, a black Coogee hoodie with some black Coogee jeans on.
Mm.
Yeah, and I wore that stuff, man. But see, the thing about it goes is that what happened was Coogee had got played out. They went out of style, and they
Mm-hmm.
went out of style to the point to where people just didn't care to buy it no more. And then we had what you call surplus stores here. You know what I mean? Where you stuff like Foreman Mills. Do y'all got a Foreman Mills down there?
Yeah, I've heard of Foreman
Yeah,
Mills. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't think
Foreman
we had
Mills is
one
a
down
place
here.
that sells cheap clothes, very, very cheap, almost for poor people. You know what I'm saying?
You talking like a
Mm-hmm.
And when I
Goodwill or
went to
something?
Foreman Mills,
Mm.
Coogee had fell off so hard that they was selling Foreman Mills clothes. I mean, the same shirt that was $200, $300 is $400 is now $25 and $30.
Boy.
Yeah. So Coogee fell off real hard. So when Coogee had fell off, all of the Coogee stuff that I had, I began to lose value in that stuff.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? True Religion the same way. True Religion was the same way. True Religion was real powerful out here. Then True Religion fell off. But if you know, like I know, when that stuff happens, it only fall off for a while. You just keep that stuff and put it up. 5 years, six
Right.
years later,
Yep.
it's gonna come.
I,
10 years later, it's gonna come right back out.
not to cut you off or nothing like that, sir. Around the same time that I had bought those Coochie jeans, I ended up because back then, like you said, the tag. You remember the tag jackets, like the leather tag jacket, the name brand
Yeah,
teams. I bought
yeah,
a
Mm-hmm.
name brand teen leather jacket, and it was like 500 to $800, and I still got that jacket today. But them
yeah,
Coochie jeans, I lost the Coochie jeans, but I still got a jacket. Matter of fact, I got a jacket on right now because it's cold down here, so it's like
yeah,
a good leather jacket to keep you warm. So
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah.
kept the leather jacket, but the Coochie jeans, like I said, my brother took them, so I was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, certain of those name brands, like Jordan, for instance, Jordan, you may have Jordans and think that the Jordans is a regular shoe, but it's not. Jordan's like that too. Jordan make their shoes. They have seasons. They'll tell you they have seasons. They have shoes, and they'll have a release date on them. And once they release that shoe may not come out for another 10, 15 years. So what happens is that you may have a hot shoe, and somebody may want that shoe, and they can't have it because they stopped making it. And that's when you put it online and jack the price up two, three times the price that you paid for it.
Jack the price up.
Yeah. You know, Jordans do that. Jordans is that one of those shoes that do that. Once they stop selling that particular, they call colorways. Once they stop selling that particular colorway, then once the new colorway come in, then they're not going to sell that other colorway for a long, long time. That's why sometimes they'll say, "Oh, this is a re-release. This ain't been released since 1992." You know what I'm saying? And if it ain't, so that means if that shoe ain't been released since 1992 and somebody want that particular shoe, they can't get it from the Nike place. They have to get it from you. And that's when you set your price for whatever you want it to be. You guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in any event, man, this guy gets on there, he gets the lying and everything, talking about how I'm running from him and how I ran from a debate. The last time I encountered that brother, it was over there on Sarnetta's channel. Uh, I had told Sarnetta that I was going to be acting and I'm not going to be able to do this debate at this time that you insisting. I told you that I was not going to be able to do it till like 7 o'clock in the evening. Just like now, I told DOA. I tell everybody, man, I'm not really into doing anything on social media in the daytime. You had to pretty much catch me in the evening. And Sarnetta agreed to that, and then he turned around and said he didn't agree to it. That he said it for another time. But you setting times without my agreement, man. So I guess that what they were going to try to do was pull this debate off and not tell me, and that way they can lie to the public and say that he didn't show up. He didn't show up. We're going to give the victory to Judah Nash. That's the type of stuff that they do. They don't want to go toe to toe, blow for blow. They don't want to go like Big Daddy Kane and say line for line. He said we could go line for line, word for word, verse for verse. Get you a nurse too late, get you a hearse.
Her.
They don't want that type of energy.
What was it? What was the debate topic
uh
that day?
it was about the logistics of the Lashawan Kadesh.
Oh,
What did they call what did they call the Hebrew language? And I said they called it Ibrit. He said they called it Lashawan Kadesh. And I told him that there's no such thing as Lashawan Kadesh. And every time y'all say that, y'all talking about something that you guys made up. That stuff don't go back to the ancients. And
it's
that's
just
what
a
we
just
would
a
that's what the
like
debate is over.
just a, call it a latest edition. I think they came out one west or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
It might low. True.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got the damn thing up. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do? I'm gonna do an origins on that subject. The origins of all the
Yeah.
languages like that.
Well, the thing about it is that the One West groups are so fraudulent,
Hmm.
and they're so cultish that a lot of that stuff, and because they just made that stuff up, the best that you're going to get is that it came up with REI and some other guy. I can't even think of who the other guy was because the story is because each camp lie about it. Somebody said some angel came and gave it to him, and some guy. Yeah, I mean it's just crazy, man. It get crazy. Then you ask when, they'll tell you sometime in the 70s.
Oh my goodness. So he,
There's
the
no
famous what they
there's
call it,
no
Shalawad.
ballpark.
Come on, man.
There's no
I don't ever take
ballpark.
them serious anyway.
Yeah, they can't tell you early 70s, mid 70s, late 70s. It's sometime in the 70s.
Hey,
Yeah, so
what
you're not going to get a whole bunch out of that. The best way you're going to get something out of that is if you probably find somebody like Lahab, one of them Israelite guys, Hebrew Israelite guys that probably been in the organization throughout the 70s. Like Johanna probably, but Johanna really truthfully didn't come into that thing till like the 80s.
mm,
Johanna
no.
wasn't there in the 70s. So he couldn't tell you. When he got there, the Lashawan Kadesh was in full swing.
I mean, my people, what they do.
Because see,
I mean,
Abba Bivens didn't acknowledge Lashawan Kadesh. He acknowledged the Hebrew that I speak, the guy who started One West.
mm, mm.
And Ariel come on the scene
So I,
saying that the language the language called Hebrew is not Hebrew, is Yiddish, and that white people created that language, and that's not our language.
so I got a question, and
Yeah.
my question is, like why are you guys beefing? Like what's the
Well,
animosity in it?
The
Yeah.
animosity, the animosity is that we all, one thing about all of us is that when we all be on the panel, when we was in the Lions Den or when we on Sarnetta, you know, everybody is up there, and when you having a dialogue and there's multiple people up there, anytime somebody say something crooked or stupid or somebody going or something wrong or that they disagree with, it's going to go challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, true,
and uh
true.
uh and I challenge his information.
Mm-hmm.
I tell him that you are Old Testament Israelite, but you're stealing one West, but you're stealing a whole lot of information from one West Christian Israelite.
Wow.
That Esau the white man, that's one West stuff, man.
Oh, I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear that no more.
Yeah, that Lashawan Kadesh.
Yeah, I don't believe that
Yeah, that
at
Lashawan
all.
Kadesh, that's one West.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That stuff started with one
I
West. I'm
agree.
saying you as an Old Testament Israelite, why are you using New Testament Hebrewism?
No, man. Black
Yeah,
Hebrew Israelite
respect.
Israelism, that's what you got to say.
Yeah, black
Uh,
Hebrew Israelism.
PHI.
Yeah,
yeah, respect to the elder Judenaires too, but yeah, I kind of feel that because it's like, you can't say Esau's the white man because that's like, yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
He's all in one West business. Let's say what's his name, Elazar, the guy from Sakari.
Mm-hmm.
When he got pegged, the whole Israelite community disavowed him. Judah Nash invite him on his show and tell
Ooh,
him
ooh,
and tell
ooh.
him that what he did was a good thing and a righteous thing.
What?
And don't be discouraged by these
What
other
what
Israelites because they got the
what
devil in them. Brother,
what
there's
did he do?
nothing righteous and holy about you airing your business about getting pegged by a woman.
Oh,
Brother
And
man
Judah
should
Nash,
be embarrassed if
yes,
anything.
Judah Nash get on there talk about all type of sexual deviancy and wicked stuff.
I can't.
He support the sexual deviancy.
Oh, man.
He support homosexuality. He does, man.
Wow.
He
That's.
supports Satanism. He does. I mean, think about it. Sarnetta get up there and cuss his God out, and he'll get up there and ingratiate and get right on Sarnetta channel and ingratiate him for doing it.
Wow.
In other words, kiss his ass.
I ain't saying he kissed AARSE, but I don't kiss none.
No, good that either. Oh, man.
He do. How is that man? Sarnetta has made a video where he said the only person in this world he hated was Judah Nash. And Judah Nash go run right back on his show.
Come on now. I don't know what's going on. Everybody
Him and
like to
Judah
be on
Nash,
sanitizer,
he
boy.
uses he
Sanitizer.
use he uses Judah Nash to go beat up on his enemies. And Judah Nash do it just because Judah Nash think that he's going to blow up. Judah Nash is he's the type of guy that in reality he blows himself up way bigger than he'll ever be, and he's a clout chaser.
Mm.
He always talk about I've debated all the names. That stuff don't mean nothing, man. Everybody you debated was dumb.
Oh, man.
Everybody you debated was stupid, bro.
Yeah,
Tahuti whack. I don't care what y'all say. Tahuti whack is hell. To me, Tahuti whack is hell. Tazariak whack is hell.
yeah, sorry, garbage.
Nepal whack is hell. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Yeah,
you talk about you debated all the names, nigga, you didn't. You didn't debate all the names and everybody who you debated. You raised these guys up like they stars and like they somebody big, and these people are all knuckleheads.
Well, that's why I always
He
say
said
that
knuckleheads.
entertainment
Yeah.
platforms, really, all the entertainment. That's all it really is to me.
Come on, man. Jesus is a snake in the garden. That's knucklehead, bro. There's nowhere in reading the story of Jesus should you come to that conclusion.
No,
And
jump
that's whether
ball.
you believe in Christ or not. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm talking about you can read, right? Read this story and show me where Jesus became the snake in the garden.
Is it?
I call them the fish in the
Or is it
pond. If
not?
you ask me, though, the fish in the pond. If you ask me, but
And you want to argue and debate this with everybody as if though. Let me tell you something, man. I saw a video that the YouTube has been
He's a
promoting like
snake.
hell, and it talks about the Illuminati and Masonry.
mm,
And what Mason's job is to do, man, is to get up there and send a certain brand of misinformation and push
yep.
it off as fact.
Mm.
And that's the
Hmm.
kind of shit that Napadnam and Jabari and them do, bro.
Yeah, pushing
They
them
lie and call it
false
esoteric.
bullshit. Yep,
Yeah.
false bullshit.
Anybody coming with that esoteric, you
Mysticism.
gotta watch them, bro.
Hmm.
They are direct enemies of God, bro.
Mm,
I mean, you can hear them in their words because not to cut you off or anything, but it's like what I learned from growing up, and I'm I'm nowhere near you all's age. I'll be going on 40 next year. But at the same time, it's like I listen to words, and you can always tell by a person's words, like what they really follow or what they really, proclaim, because they're gonna tell you, especially if they're
hmm.
talking, they're gonna tell you.
Yep.
I want you to assess me. I want to see off my words. Because I don't. I want to know what other people's perception. Based off my words, what do you get about what I believe? Because a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, nah, nah.
People people
You
perceive me
definitely you.
in a different in a light other than what I'm trying to put out there.
Hmm. Well,
Nah,
think
you
about it. Yeah.
definitely. Oh, my fault.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead. I was only gonna say that's why he's a DOA member, and they not. Don't take those guys too serious. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I think that just growing up in a big family. It's different brothers, different uncles, different cousins, and everybody have their own different, personalities and perspectives. But I feel like, the root thing of it all is you have to have that foundation of the Most High, that He is God alone. And I think a lot of us sometimes we get confused about that, subject, and sometimes we very off about it. Also, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of
I mean,
sense.
I don't know what that means, but it makes sense. Do that make sense?
I mean, I'll explain it another way. So,
I mean,
okay,
I don't think you could. The reason why I say I don't know what that means, it don't have nothing to do with you. It has to
that's
do
all
with
good.
to me, it's like everybody got their own solipsistic ideal of God.
Hmm.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And it's so bad to where almost no two people really have the same understanding of God.
When you look at it
Right.
from
But I
them
was,
entertainment spots, it does appear that way. I ain't gonna
You know,
lie.
it's like people have a tailor
it
made
does.
God today. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does.
Their God is tailor made to whatever they
Feel.
solipsistically design him to be.
Hmm.
Think of
But
Sarnetta, for example. You mean God condones rape? Oh no, I can't
that's
follow that God. But let's say if God, the creator of the universe, if he did condone rape, you need to just sit your butt down and humble him before he destroy you.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm just
I
saying
Exactly.
feel
if
like
he
when it
did. I'm just saying I don't
I
believe
feel like
God condone rape, but I'm saying that if God is the highest power in the world, whatever he say do, you do it or die.
That's right.
yeah,
That's
but
what
God
I
ain't
say.
But God ain't gonna condone no rape though. It's like that's be that twisted imagination of man.
Yeah,
Twisted
and that
imagination, the
go
man is right. Yep, yep.
and that goes back to
And
what
that
I was
twisted,
saying about
just twisted mind.
this tailor-made
Uh-huh.
God. He made that up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He made a God to fit what he want and what he think a God should be, other than what God is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that
Right.
God don't care whether you like him or not.
Right.
God don't agree.
Exactly.
God don't care whether you agree with his commandments or not.
Right. Right. That's right.
Right on that.
So don't.
He
Well,
don't. Guess what? Any authority don't give a damn about what you say. You either going to do it
Exactly.
or suffer.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's just like they are sideways bashing the Most High and doing it in such a way to try to make it feel, make people feel that it's not really them saying it, when in reality that's what they're really doing. They're out there bashing.
Yeah. God said he's going to kill kids and throw his head up against a stone. Oh, I can't follow a God like that. Okay, what I'm saying, I don't believe that God said that. I think you're taking this out of
Right.
context.
Right.
Okay.
He's probably
I
got an
agree.
abomination in his own mind that would
Right.
say such a thing. No
But
respect.
Right.
let's just for the sake of argument say that God did say that. Who are you, mortal man, to buck up against a God?
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Right.
For whatever he said, who are you to buck up against the most powerful power in the universe?
Right. The everlasting.
Hmm.
Even if he told you to kill your mother. I mean, well, somebody can say, God, I won't tell nobody. Well, God did tell people to do crazy stuff like that in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
He told Abraham to kill his son, right?
I,
Hmm.
you're right. But I feel like when it comes to, just to clear the air, I understand what you're saying. And it's like, not towards you,
I'm just
but
saying that
for the people
Abraham was
that
humble
think that.
enough just to do it. You know
Hmm.
Right.
what I'm
It's
saying?
it's it's like more of a test of your heart.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You kind of get what I'm
I'm saying,
saying.
as
Like,
bizarre as that was, Abraham had to test God. He had to put God, hey, Lord, I got to kill my son.
right.
So
Yeah.
another type of
But he
guy,
didn't
oh
do it.
no, that's a devil God. He gonna make him kill his son? Ain't that
Right.
wicked? Who would done that? What I'm trying to tell you, whatever God said do, you do it or die.
Hmm. Well, you got to
Hmm.
remember too, guys like the sanitizer and half of those that be on the show don't have a context state of mind to actually
Exactly.
know what's going on to begin with. They read off of the surface of something and they run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Now I don't think that God gonna tell you to kill your son, right? You know, I
no,
don't
it's
Right.
think
not.
that in 2025, but I could be wrong even with that. Man, I live just across the street from, on November the 1st, a guy walked up in his mama house directly across the street from me and stabbed the shit out of him. Something told him to do that.
Mm. It wasn't God. Well, it wasn't the God
That
we
wasn't
serve.
God. He gives man free will. So man,
What I'm trying to
with
say
that
is
free
that
will, he
I
these,
saw
thinks of
that
his
too.
own
what
self.
I'm trying to say is that within the existence of life, these things do happen.
Hmm.
And
In the
something
corrupt
caused it.
mind.
Yeah.
In the corrupt mind and the downward spiral. Yeah.
Hmm. Down
Yeah.
with
People
spiral.
understand that.
Hmm.
Like
See,
my
I'm from the
not to cut nobody off, but my baby sister, like I actually most of the stuff I read, I actually see it act itself in life. And one of those things is, and she if she ever heard me say this, she'll be mad, but it is what it is. It's like I see her down spar now, and it's like from I done heard her say things out her mouth like, you know, if that Bible and I don't want
Yeah.
to hear that and da da da. Just loose lip, Saint Ships type,
Hmm.
personalities what my baby sister has, and I just steadily watch her down respond, down, 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 down. And I
Yeah.
always tell her, like, hey, look, you need to pray or something. You need to, listen what I'm trying to tell you about the right way that you should reverence, our God, not the
Take a
God
closer
that she
walk
may
with him.
think.
That's what they gotta do. Take a closer walk with God.
Think of this. Just think of
Right.
this. Think of this. Think of this. Let's substitute the word God for what in Hebrew that it really is, right?
Okay.
Because the word God itself is really a mistranslation, and
Yeah,
it
Germanic
goes,
word,
Exactly.
yeah, it's Germanic, and it goes back to Odin and Thor and all of that type of stuff in
Hmm.
Right.
reality, right? So let's look at God for
Great.
what He is in Hebrew: Eli, 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 Eli. That means they translate as my God, but it really is my power.
Hmm.
It is my
Right.
strength.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
My redeemer.
You
100%.
know, what I'm trying to tell you is that God is according to the ancient Hebrew, was the inward dwelling power that dwelt within,
Thank you.
not this
Mm.
God that dwells way up in the sky, way up far from you.
Hmm.
Near
Hmm.
and
Yes,
present.
so near to where we called him my power.
That's right.
We didn't say stuff like, my
Woo.
God won't allow me
Stuff
to
like
eat pork. We would say, my power wouldn't allow me to eat that pork. Now, we'll let you figure out whether it's the power within me or whether it's the power outside me. We'll let you figure that out.
Well, he gives us a certain amount of wisdom, I
that.
mean, and not saying that
Yeah.
it's spread out evenly among each person, but that depends on the person's heart
Measure.
too, you
Yes,
know.
your power is that of Elohim.
Hmm.
That measure.
Your life is that of Elohim. Without him, you can't live.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said they gotta take a closer walk. But
That's
maybe like
powerful.
a lot of them, they don't have that feeling, that awe, that that admiration for that because they live in a life based upon themselves.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know what happens when you live life for yourself, just like in a selfish situation, you only
Yeah,
think
that's
of
called
what's best for you.
solipsistic.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's when you hear me say solipsistic, that's what I mean. I mean, like when I say solipsistic, I
Solipsistic.
mean like
Mm.
a person who can't think outside of themselves.
Hmm.
Mm.
Have you ever seen a prostitute in action? This woman will stand right there on that corner and sell her body all day, jumping in and out of cars, not caring whether the preacher see her, not caring whether the judge see her, not caring whether the children in the neighborhood see her, not giving a damn
Mm.
who see her. She don't care,
Mm.
right?
That she
She don't
passes
care.
having
She
low
don't. She don't
self-esteem.
even.
She don't
She
care.
don't care whether she's doing right or wrong. All she doing is making her money. And I'm saying this happened before the drugs, the heroin, and the crack. They were doing this stuff back in the 30s and 40s.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this woman doesn't care. She don't think that she's doing wrong. She don't care. She don't care what nobody think. But guess what? Say something about what she doing and why she break up.
I
Well, if
think
you
when it.
don't care, you understand what I'm saying? She don't think she's doing wrong unless somebody say something to her about it, and then she ready to fight.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That's called solipsistic.
I think it's a difference when it comes to like that, like you said, prostitution. Um, like you just explained the example for she doesn't care is another factor of the ones that like it's like when you know that you meet a authority for it's like you need to straighten up and chill out, almost like a daddy or papa figure, if that makes
Hmm.
Yeah.
sense.
Hmm.
Here's another example of another form of solipsism. Like, uh, you don't know. Let's say, I tell you that the sky is red, right?
Hmm.
Or not red. I tell you that the sky is blue, and somehow you don't believe me. You think it's green. And I go through everything in this thing to show and prove to you that the sky is blue, but you don't care what I say. You think the sky is green and it's going to be green and you're going to act that way because this is what you say it is and that's what it's going to be because that's what you think.
That's a ODD.
That's the ability of not able to think out. Have you ever seen a person that was wrong as two left shoes and swore up and down they was right?
See it all the time.
That's a real disorder.
Hmm.
Yeah,
ODD.
solipsism is a disorder.
Hmm. Opposition defiant disorder is what they call
The
it.
Dunning Kruger effect is a disorder.
Hmm.
That's when the Dunning Kruger effect is that person that'll read a book
Hmm.
and he's an expert off that one damn book. He'll debate the scholars. You know, yeah. You ever seen people like Chris Harris? When Chris Harris went and debated that damn, tried to debate that scholar and ran up to him with all of that weak ass fake pseudo information on side another show.
Yeah,
It was the
Chris.
scholar that Black Jesus brung over there, and he called himself debating a scholar, bro. And he looked like a straight up fool, and
With a
swore
fool.
he swore that he won.
Hmm.
That's the Dunning Kruger effect. And I don't know, Tim, if you follow me on Facebook. There's this one guy that plays the organ, right? And people be teasing him.
Hmm.
They'll be like, "Hey, man, we want to hear so and so play the organ," and they'll get him up on the organ, and he'll get up there. They have him play the shout music, and he'll
Hmm.
just get up there, just kick. Man, that stuff is the most horrible stuff you ever heard in your life. This guy cannot play one lick. You know what I'm saying? But he'll
Uh,
get up there and get to bouncing around, dancing. Everybody really mocking him.
yeah.
He don't know that he don't in his mind he think that he's really jamming. You know what I'm saying? Because every
Hmm.
time and here you'll see him when he get on the organ, he'll act like one of the professionals, and he'll get the fucking with the Leslie, excuse me, messing with the Leslie, and pulling back the
Hmm.
drawbars on the register like he preparing to get ready, and then he'll be like, he'll be on the drum and be like, 1, 2, ready, go, and drum, pooka, 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 rah, 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 and I'm like, what?
Jack Leggett
That,
on the organ.
yeah, but he think that he's good as Thomas Whitfield.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's
Mm.
solipsism.
Wow. That's another name for Zion Warchild.
Oh my lord.
Fool's fool.
Yeah. I'm not saying yeah to him being a fool's fool because I haven't been listening to Zion Warchild in a while. I mean, it's been a long time, so I don't know where he's coming from these days. I see he changed his name to, I think, it was a Zion Warlike, maybe a Warlord or something.
Something. He changes it all the time. You know,
Yeah.
changes it
So
all the time.
I'm assuming that when you change your name, you kind of changing your the way you move a little bit, you're changing your philosophies maybe or your ideology somewhere. And I think that, Ben, that I haven't heard him in a while, I'm hoping that he would change some of his ideas. No, not insultive though. I mean, just to show a sign of growth. You know what I'm saying? That's with
Yeah.
anybody. I don't think that you should be believing and thinking the same thing today that you did 10, 15 years ago.
Well, he impressed me yesterday. He put up a video of him singing Case song. I mean, it was not the best as far as it render of himself, but he showed some type of talent that I think he'd be better off putting some rudiments in that than his whole entire doctrine. But it's a good
I
thing
think
though.
he's. I think that he's an intelligent man.
Oh yeah,
But
he's
I
he's,
think,
he's into the law, right? He need to be.
huh, yeah, I think he's an intelligent man. But I think that, I think that, I think that, I think that like, say for instance, like when I'll hear him talk about logical fallacies and stuff, right?
Hmm.
And he'll say stuff like, uh. This is the Dunning Kruger effect, and it don't be the Dunning Kruger effect. You know what I'm
But
saying?
but you got to
You
give
know,
it to him though. He is a good orator when it comes down to his way he pushes whatever he pushes.
yeah. You
You
know,
get-
him, Chris Harris, all them guys do that. They'll sit up there and say, "Oh, that was a slippery slope logical fact." No, it was not. You just saying shit. You just saying stuff, man, to
Filling
make
in the
you sound.
gaps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just saying stuff to make you sound sweet. And I tell them every time, look, man, a smart man can act dumb. Can't no dumb man act smart. What you're doing is being a dumb man acting smart. And I'm fixing to prove to you a dumb man can't act smart because we finna look up the definition of slippery slope logical fallacy. And I want you to explain to me how that shit you said lines up with this definition.
Well, that's why I call him a fool's fool. Yeah.
It don't. Now let me see you. Let me see you shoehorn it and make it, which is a logical fallacy itself.
Hmm.
I know
Yeah.
all the logical fallacies. You can't sit up there and just be throwing stuff out there like that.
Mm-mm.
You know
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? Because this stuff is on record, man.
Hmm.
And what you guys take for granted is that people not listening to you to begin with. So you could just say something crazy because ain't nobody give a damn. Ain't nobody really watching. You know what I'm saying?
Let him, like you said, let him make a fool out of the whole damn
He
self.
really not making a fool out of himself because ain't nobody really, really looking at you.
Well, you think that there were three falls and nobody there? Don't see
A free fall, nobody there. That's a bad dude right there, buddy.
him. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you
but
know
that's about the
you
only
know you
thing.
at your hour now, so if you wanna, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I think that he needs to, be more exact, with what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, he's okay with me. You know
Oh,
what
he
I'm saying?
cool people. He cool people.
Yeah,
It's just that just certain things.
I
That's
don't
all.
believe what he believes. I don't believe that Haile Selassie is a Messiah, and I don't
Don't
think
get
that
it
there's
wild.
a
That ain't.
I don't think there's a necessary for any man to call himself personally the Messiah.
No, you're exactly correct. That's why I did my show last night, basically off of that to keep her the gas, just to not against him, but just against the fact that what I'm saying, that's some foolishness. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How stuff originates and it just gets all out of whack.
yeah, uh, I like listening to him argue,
Oh yeah,
because
he is a master at that.
I like listening to him debate, and I think that I judged his very first debate. You
Shoot,
know
I
what I'm
remember. You
saying?
remember when me and you was on the one he was doing the thing with our Aaron brother.
Oh wow, I don't remember that. Wow, and I was there.
Yeah, you was there. Yeah, you was on the screen with me.
Yeah, me and Zion had rounds before, but I don't look at those as rounds or anything. What I look at it as with Zion, I look at it as Zion see me as a man of respect, and he just won his chance. He debated with everybody else. He just won his chance with me.
Mm.
A fair exchange. But the thing about it is that I'm gonna cut you, and when I cut you, it's gonna hurt. You
Hmm. I
know?
mean, I judged the debate with him on the Lions Den against one of those guys, a guy named Golden Swords, and I had to be honest. Zion, he won that debate, and it was a Christian based topic, and I'm being non-biased. You know what I'm saying? You know me and Christianity don't
See,
mix,
it's
but
like
he
to
won
me.
that debate.
To me, Zion steps in and out of logic. You know what I'm saying? He does them both. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
What up, though? Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
I see you, Mark. Mark Yes, sir.
yeah. Well, like I said, you wanted an hour, you got an hour. I mean, and you got,
Yeah, I just
any
wanted to
more
just
you
come
want
on
to?
here and let y'all know what's going on. Oh, there was something that I wanted to say that went out with me and Mighty Hebrew about a month or so ago.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to tap in on that.
Mhm.
Because I'm not going to allow people to push out, when they get a chance to get on the mic, to push
Mhm.
out misinformation about me. Okay. The thing was that in the chat, if you're on stage, you're not supposed to worry about what's going on in the audience. I'm saying that if you're on stage, man,
Mm-hmm.
if a fight break out in the audience, you ain't supposed to jump in the crowd and start fighting with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So likewise on social media, when you're on the panel, you're on stage. We have what's called a backstage,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the panel is the stage. The chat is your audience. You don't get to fighting in the audience or addressing what's being said in the audience. You focus on what you got to do and give your message what you got to do on stage.
Mm-hmm.
He was down there talking about, they wanted him to debate Sekou. You know what I'm saying? Say, and I think it would be a good thing for you to debate Sekou. But you running from Sekou, but you sitting up here talking about how Sekou is easy work, but you refuse to debate this man. You keep trying to push your flunkies off on him. Yeah, I said Sekou would be an excellent debate for you because you and him have switched roles.
Mm-hmm.
He is a man that was born and raised in Africa that lives in the United States now, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, if he don't live in the United States, then he's still in Africa. Then I guess, but that's what I think that he's living in the United States. If he doesn't live in the United States, he's surely adopting the African American culture.
Right.
Okay, so and you, mighty Hebrew, left America and you went to Africa. So both of y'all have knowledge of both sides of the waters.
Mm-hmm.
He said to Africans that we're not Israelites and that there's no Israelites amongst his tribe. You say there is Israelites amongst his tribe,
Interesting.
right? That's a debate.
Yeah, it's a debate.
You in Africa right now. You can end this right now by going to pick one of them any African you see at random. Just pick him and ask him is an Israelite. If he say no, then you want some bull crap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think it was good. He got mad at that and he decided to stop. I mean, he's threatening me pretty much like you better stop me. You better be quiet. Okay, if you keep going, I'm gonna air you out. Talking crazy like that. Like nigga, I ain't gotta stop nothing. And I don't care whether you air me out. I don't care what you say. There's nothing you can say to me or about me, man. That's real. There's nothing. If you're a man of God, there's nothing you can say about me, brother. Because anything you say is gonna be a lie, nigga. You don't know me like that. You don't know me. You've never been in my ministry. Nigga, I've been in your ministry. I had to be your counselor several times.
Wow.
Okay? Let me tell you something, man. What I'm mad at, I told Mighty Hebrew that he saw me in the audience and he spoke to me. And he said, it's been a long time, Elder. I said, well, since you kicked me out your group, it's going to be an even longer time than that. Because I don't give you the power and the permission to dispose of me at your convenience or get rid of me and then come back and pick me in. You can't run in and out of my life. You know what I'm saying? No male or female.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give people that rule. If you feel that I'm disposable, just keep me disposed, brother.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like my girlfriend. You break up with me, then we broke up. You'll never get back with me again. Because you don't have that kind of power like that. What the fuck you think I am? Well, you down there just mad because I keep and you because you think I kicked you out of the group. You did kick me out of your group, brother. No, I didn't. Facebook restricted my whole account, and everybody said that I kicked them out. No, brother, hold up, brother. Before you got kicked out of Facebook, what happened, brother, was Sarnetta channel has got flagged, got taken down. And
Uh,
Sister Nandy has said that the FBI
mhm,
took Sarnetta's channel down and that she called the FBI and was responsible for them taking Sarnetta. You remember last year when Sarnetta's
mhm.
channel went blank?
Yep.
You went over there and there was nothing on there. All the
Mm,
videos were took down.
mhm,
So I called Mighty Hebrew. She was over there talking about what she did was complained about how all of these sexual deviants is coming up off of Sarnetta's show.
mhm,
And she mentioned that they all have been reported to the feds.
mhm,
You know, things about how Sarnetta knew that Polite was messing with young girls.
mhm,
You know, and she just named all of the sexual deviants that was up there. You know, she even brought up Mighty Hebrew name. Oh shit, let me call Mighty Hebrew. Like, look, bro, this is what's going on. I wanted to tell Warner, stay off of Sarnetta's show right now. It's hot over there. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he went to jail because the system framed him for sexual deviancy that they had to reverse because somehow I guess they say he didn't do it. But he spent time in the penitentiary for this. Anything, basically, I am calling you to protect you, but you're not hearing me. Somehow you're not getting me. I made a video about it and posted it in your group. And not near one of the people in your group listen to this video.
mhm,
So I'm thinking like this is emergency, brother. I need your attention. So what I did was on TikTok. I happened to be on TikTok and the video popped up with this girl that was twerking with a big old booty. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was took the picture and the video, the small video, short video of the girl twerking with the big booty. And then after that, it was like couldn't have been no more than maybe about 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And then immediately after that, I connected the video that I made, warning him, showing him about what's going on over there on Sarnetta. So basically, what I was trying to do is like, I was trying to let you all know that, hey, they coming to bomb y'all.
mhm,
But you didn't listen. So what I did was came with a bomb and threw it up in the air, blew it up. Bah! To get y'all attention to let y'all know that the real bombers is coming to bomb y'all.
mhm,
And you didn't appreciate it and you banned me from your page, man. That day, me and you went back and forth about it. And you got mad and you blocked me. That moment. YouTube didn't ban you at the moment while you arguing with me, bro. That's a lie.
mhm,
I was only there to protect you, brother. And the problem is that this is why the Most High is calling me to start something new, start something afresh, which is rooted in His truth and in His will. Okay, I'm no longer connecting myself with all of these Israelite people, man, because when I tell you something, I am for real and I'm serious, and I am here to protect. I have protected Mighty Hebrew over the years, man. And to get nothing but disrespect and slapped around and played with like I'm some kind of toy or something. You dig what I'm saying? There was
mhm.
some years ago, there was a sister by the name of sister, what's her name? Kafira
I never
from the
heard of her.
Lions Den. You know her?
No, I don't know her.
Yeah, sister for Kafira from the Lions Den, brother. We back in the back chat and her and Mighty Hebrew going at it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, I keep hearing my phone, teet, 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 teet. They going at it, back and forth and back and forth. I'm talking about, I had a job back then, you know, so I was at work, you know what I'm saying? I'm at work and I just hear my phone, bing, 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 all day. So I happen to go back and read this stuff, man. And I'm like, damn, this is kind of crazy right here. Hold up, hold up, hold up. This is serious. This is pretty serious. So what ended up happening was each one of them ended up calling me individually
Mhm.
to tell me what they were fighting about. Okay? Basically, what Kafira said was that you know Mighty Hebrew to move to Africa, right? And what Kafira said was that he invited her out to Africa with him. He invited me over there, to come and chill out with him and come and enjoy Africa with him and just invite you over there. You get away and you get to learn about Africa and all of this and that. So he convinced her to come over there, to take a trip over there. So she went over there, took a vacation over there to Africa, I guess. You know, when she gets there, everything cool. They enjoying each other. They enjoying the company. And if some guy there that Kafira end up meeting or whatnot, I don't know whether what in any event, Mighty Hebrew was said that she said that Mighty Hebrew hooked her up with this guy. So far as she know, her and the guy got to talking. I guess they like each other or whatnot. So now they start talking or whatnot. So she's really into the guy and she's talking to this guy. She said eventually, after a couple of days or so, her and Mighty Hebrew gets to talking or whatnot, and Mighty Hebrew comes on to her, and he petitions her for sex. Basically, she said he kept doing it. He kept doing it. And he kept doing it. It became almost like harassing. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, Kafira basically telling me that she believed that this man called her all the way from the United States to go all the way over there to Africa so he can pretty much like sexually assault her. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So I'm telling her and I'm telling Kafira, did he do anything other than ask you for sex? Right? I like, did he put his hands on you? Did he try to force it out of you? She said no. It was just verbal. And I said, Kafira, I hate to say this, but inside of this form of Hebrewism that Mighty Hebrew is in, and One West too, that they believe in polygamy. And the idea that he being married, she was upset that he was married and that he was chasing her around. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to get her to understand that if he likes a woman inside of this movement, and basically this movement allows room for him to have a second wife.
Mm.
Okay. And I think that it's a little extreme that he was pushing up on you like that. You know what I'm saying? And he should have took no for an answer. And obviously he did. He didn't rape you or whatnot. But pretty much after she got to know, I guess he was giving her the cold shoulder and all kind of stuff until she just packed up and left and came back to the United States. You
Well,
know.
that's choice.
Now, if you ask me to come to your country, yeah, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna come over there and just have a vacation and go home. But now I don't trust you because I think that when I get over there, then when I get there after a couple of days, you're gonna start harassing me for money.
Yeah.
And pretty much the type of nigga that'll take you on a long ass ride and drop you off. Excuse me. I did. I was that one that came out. I'm doing better. The type of guy that you don't want to go on a long ride with some people, man.
No.
Because they'll leave you. They'll leave you. They'll take you on a long ride to leave you there.
You're
No,
right.
you pick me up. You drop me off where you pick me up at.
Mhm.
And some people don't feel responsible with you like that, and you are. If you came and picked me up, you dropped me off. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So basically, I was calling over there to protect him, and then you blocked me. Okay. Then I called. Then with the Kafira thing, Kafira was pretty much trying to put it out here again that you are some type of molester, bro. You are some type of rapist or some type of a sexual assaulter, harassment, or something bad with sexual deviancy. That's what she's trying to put it out here. And for years, man, I protected you on that. You understand what I'm saying? And
Sound like
because that
you and him definitely don't need to have no connection with one another to me.
yeah, anytime that I'm bending over backwards, nigga, to protect you, you should give me the ultimate respect. I'm older than you and I'm the elder. And you always want to try to pull rank. You can't pull no rank on me. When I'm talking, you shut the fuck up. That's how this goes. You don't go back and forth with me. You ain't been in this game longer than me. You don't know more than me. You don't speak. Your Hebrew is horrible, bro. And you gets up here and come on, bro.
uh, like God said, sound like it's deeper than we know.
So what I'm
It
trying
does.
to say is, man, you're not that guy that you pumping yourself out here to be, man. You don't go back and forth with me because really, nigga, I can air you all the way out, bro.
Yeah, but don't air him out
This
right
ain't
now.
even the half of the things that I can do. Dude, you calling yourself this prince, bro. I'm just going to tell you. I started in this movement by way of Ben Ami, bro. And when I started in this movement, I don't believe you was there, brother. Okay? I speak good Hebrew because of Ben Ami now. You with this organization and your Hebrew is bad. You see, it's not making any sense, brother. These people live in Israel and they speak Hebrew all day, brother, every day. This is their life now. They speak
Mm-hmm.
more Hebrew today than they do English, bro. But you from this camp. Your wife, you gonna get in the chat and tell me, want me to feel sorry for your wife of dying of cancer, bro? Or you telling me that your wife had cancer or whatnot? But it's not making any sense because people go to Ben Ami group with cancer to get cured from cancer, brother. Is it making any sense what I'm telling you, brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you go to a group that cures people from cancer, but your people is not getting cured from it? That's because you're not following the rules and the tenets the way Ben Ami set it down. And you keep telling us that you sat down at his feet, but we don't see this reflection. Prince Aziel and Ben Ami was at war with each other when Ben Ami died, brother. But when you speak, you try to make it as if though they had patched everything all up. When Ben Ami went to his grave, he called Prince Aziel a traitor, a Uncle Tom, a snitch. And he said he was an informant for the FBI. That's what Ben Ami said. When Ben Ami, he got the 12 princes over in Israel. And those 12 princes were set by Ben Ami. And the only way another prince can come in there is if one of those princes died and he went through the absorption and went through the process that you did not go through.
Yeah.
Okay, you said Prince Aziel made you the head of Ben Ami's camp when he was beefing with Ben Ami. Brother, make sense of this, bro. What you're trying to do is play games on the ignorant who don't know what went on over there. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel like not to cut you off, but I just jumped back on stage. But um, I feel like it's a classic example of men that gain power. When your power and what you're gaining, your growth ain't other much high, you're gonna do wicked and corrupt things, and that's what a lot of people
Yeah,
don't understand.
yeah,
I see it all the time. Like I'm literally
yeah,
from the hoods of Montgomery, Alabama, but I transitioned to like military style, um, different state to state. I have been out of the country, but at the same time, the same thing always remained the same. Men that have unchecked power, it
yeah,
always come corrupt.
yeah,
I don't know them guys, but at the same time, I understand, you know, the dynamics of the power struggle when people have unchecked power. And when they
yeah,
don't, they're not, you know, in the truth or rooting in the truth. So I kind of
you know,
tend to stay away from people
yeah,
that are unchecked without a balance and are not rooted in the most high
yeah,
Yeah, I say walk away, walk away.
all the
yeah,
time. Like I literally, when I first awoken to the truth, I can't remember this guy's name, but I tried to join the IUIC, and I did the application. I don't know who all know that, but it was this form you had to fill out on the internet, and so
yeah,
I filled the form out, and they never called me back, never sent me an email, and I always wondered about that. But I know why now, but I ain't gonna go into detail about it because, like I said, I ain't gonna go into detail about it. But what I realized is, like I said, people with power and unchecked power are cultists. They do that, and they misuse people. They abuse people. So you
yeah.
gotta steer away from the
I had to
cultists
convince this young lady, man, that
and
this
follow
man
the real people that has the
was
truth.
not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying?
100.
And I mean, I couldn't convince her. She was convinced, but the thing about it, she had respect for me, and I did convince her that he's not wrong for desiring other women.
But I got one question for you. The name that you're saying is not the name, right? You ain't even got to say the name, but I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
you know, so this one brother again, on the same show, on Sanetta's show, uh, everybody was going against Tazariak on this one particular day because Tazariak is just lying and faking and frauding. Tazariak could sit up there and tell Napa that he don't debate women, but he'll go on a whole heathen show and debate a white woman. And he'll go on this show because this show got 1 million views. You understand what I'm saying? If
Gotcha.
the Lord and it's against your religion to debate women, why are you on this show going against your religion? See, Tazariak is out here frauding real hard, and he's out here embarrassing the house of Israel, dude. He's going on
Cesar
these
Yaka
shows,
Egyptology.
huh?
I said Cesar Yaka Egyptology.
I don't know what he is, but he calls himself an
Definitely.
Israelite.
Definitely Egyptology.
That's what he called himself an Israelite. Now I don't see
Yeah.
Israel. I
He
don't see
called
no
himself
Israelite in him. But
Egyptology.
yeah, I think he down with Sarnetta. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
Sarnetta is, that's what he is. But I mean,
Exactly.
at least that's what he be on that show. He turned exactly into whatever Sarnetta is. So he ain't convincing Sarnetta. You've been hanging with Sarnetta for years, and you ain't convinced him yet. Okay, so see, he gets on there defending Tazariak, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling him, man, that Tazariak is not for you to defend, brother. Cesariak needs to be rebuked, brother. But you getting on here, just you the type of dude that just because this guy claimed to be an Israelite, you're going to protect him
You got some
because you
body
don't want the
butters.
movement to look bad. And this nigga out here doing all type of wicked, wrong stuff.
I got the best body butters in town.
Who you? Oh, you do. You've been rolling with Tazaria.
No, no, I'm just saying he got the best body butters in towns.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna flip on my box real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something, man. Why I would never buy his body butters. Look at this.
Booty butters.
Let me back up out of there. How do I turn this the camera on? Look in this box right here. You see this box right here?
Mm.
That's about 20, 30 bottles of cologne, brother. I have the best body butter. This here, Crown Royal, brother. This stuff here, that boy got nothing like this, bro. You hear what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing like this. These are some of the best colognes money can buy, bro. Why would I want to buy your cologne? Why would I want to buy your butters? And I
Because
know
you
that
don't
your
need his
butters
body butter.
can't touch, and your butters can't touch these. I
I'm
guarantee you, your butter ain't
tickled, man.
messing with Crown Royal.
I'm tickled.
I'm astounded.
Yeah, man. You know,
Mhm.
I got stuff at Dolce Gabbana and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like Baccarat and all that kind of stuff, man. I got cologne in there that's $500 a bottle. I got a
Mm.
cologne. One of these the cologne in this bag right in one of
Mm.
these little bags. I got one called. It's from Roger Dove. It's called Musk Oud. $700 a bottle. Why would I want your little 15, 20, $50 cream? I'm telling you, man, the colognes I got, brother, is supreme. But you got people out here calling me a bum where I wear stuff that rich people wear, brother. You can spray my cologne on. I got a cologne in it. I got about three different colognes in here right now that I could spray on you, brother, today. And you will smell like this cologne for the next 5 days. I'm telling you, you'll get in the tub, you'll get in the shower, and you will still smell like this cologne because it's that deal. It's gonna be in your clothes that you got on. I swear to God, it's gonna be in your clothes for probably about a week or two, or until you wash them, and then you're gonna smell it even in there after you wash them because the oils are expensive. They're expensive ingredients. You see, I'm not gonna buy you a cheap 15, 20, $50 shit that I put on me, and 2, 3 hours later it's gone. I don't smell it no more. The
Brother
reason why it's
Yasha, Brother
$700 a
Yasha,
bottle
you a mess, man.
because one spray gonna last you damn near all week.
Man.
And I'm telling you, one spray, I had his whole house bumping.
Okay.
I
Hey.
don't
Man,
know
that's some
no
good
bums
stuff.
who live like that, bruh.
Mm.
So my thing is that, man.
That's
So
right.
I'm saying that to say, man, that I'm parting ways with these Israelites, and I see wicked and wrong in you. I'm not defending you.
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
I see unrighteousness
I,
in you. I'm not defending you.
right. Can I make a comment on that?
Yes.
Um, I agree with you with that because, like I said, I have a big family, and a lot of them do, a lot of wrong things, and I tell them all the time, if you do wrong, I'm not gonna uphold you in your wrong, but if you're right,
Hmm.
I'm there. I'm all the
Yeah.
way 100 there. But when you're wrong, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
defend you. I'm not gonna be by your side. I'm not gonna be the person there to help you. And I can give you a couple examples. And one example, just to be short, I had this guy in Montgomery, Alabama, because that's where I'm from. This guy. He said, "Hey, man, these dudes jumped me." And I said, "Okay, I got you. Let's go." I went there. To
What
be
did you do?
short,
I broke in his
he
house.
knocked on the door. Yeah, no. Hold on.
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm
He
just
knocked.
acting
He
silly,
knocked on the
dog.
door. Yeah, I don't do that type of stuff. He knocked on the door, and who came to the door was the it was somebody's mama and three sisters. He immediately started swinging on the three sisters and the mama, and they was about to stab him up with a barbecue knife.
Oh
And
my God. Oh
I
man.
guarantee they
Oh
all
my
had
God.
knives. And I told that guy, I said, "Look, I don't know what you got going on, but I do not follow people in that wrong." So I snatched him by his collar. I grabbed him. I jumped off the porch. I grabbed him along with me. Don't know how I did it. Can't explain it to you. And we both. I told him then and there as they closed the door, "Dude, we don't fight women. You on your own." And I left. We don't fight women. I don't hold people up in their wrong.
Yeah, man, that's
I'm not
crazy,
gonna do it.
man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
You
do it.
know, yeah, and I'm supposed to uplift you or cover up or hide your wrong or turn a blind eye your wrong because you my Israelite brother.
Right. I'm not gonna
Nah,
do
man,
it.
when
I'm
you
sorry.
start doing wrong, I'm just going to disconnect from you. And I'm, in fact, I have made a public declaration on Sanetta's show that I no longer identify with the Hebrew Israelite movement. Call me a servant of Yah.
There you
Right.
go.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
I don't want to be associated with the Hebrew Israelite movement. These niggas wicked as hell, bro.
Right.
They are. They are.
Hmm.
They are.
They're wrong as hell too.
They are.
Mm.
And I
Right.
just can't, I can't be associated with that. Do you know, I've been
Hmm.
in this stuff over 30 years, bro. And I'm trying to tell you that I've caught much hell just by being
Hmm.
associated with that, bro. I
Right.
lost my family because of that, bro. I done lost my wife, my children, and all of that because of fucking around with that shit, bro.
Right.
That ain't even a half of it, bro. I went through a mental breakdown, bro, for about 10, 15 years dealing with this.
Right. Because somebody else attached to the name wants to do evil. It's
Well, no,
crazy.
you got these people who calling themselves God's people. Well, I'm not even gonna tell you, man, but it was some bad stuff that was going on, man. Very bad stuff, man. People started doing foul shit to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I really just don't want to put my business out on public because that's another thing that I'm learning, man. Just keep your business off of social media.
That's right. That's right.
I don't owe it to nobody to tell people my most personal things that happen to me. Why? So you could use it
That's right.
against me?
That's right.
We not
That's
doing that
right.
ignorant stuff no more. I'm sitting over here confiding in you and you waiting for the day you could throw this garbage shit in my face.
Hmm.
And really, it ain't even nothing to throw in my face, but you just doing it just to be evil and wicked, like Judah Nash.
Just call his name up.
It was
Mm.
coming. I knew it. It's all good though. Blackout.
Judah,
You
don't
know,
make
you
no
just
video
doing
about
stuff
me, man.
just to
I'm
be spiteful.
still
You just doing stuff to be
hanging
spiteful
out.
and devilish. Every time you throw my name out your mouth, the last okay, you threw my name out your mouth yesterday, and wasn't it like a level 7 tornado, a earthquake that struck Japan or something?
Flood, wasn't it?
It was a
It was an
flood.
earthquake. It was an earthquake.
It was an earthquake. It was
Earthquake and
like
then
a
the
big,
incoming flood.
so it was
It
like a
was an
real big
earthquake
one.
and it was the incoming tsunami.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Tsunami.
Oh boy, yeah. Now this is the second time that happened this year. The first time it happened, this Negro gets on YouTube, start talking bad about my mother, talk about how she's bedridden, and if he saw her, he gonna kick the bitch out the bed, and he's
What?
praying death on. Yeah, he's praying death on her. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
my
he
thing
know,
is like, what's the animosity though? Like, what's the root animosity
I don't know. You have to
of the
ask him.
situation that makes him say
It's
that?
jealousy. It's jealousy. I know more than him. He don't like it. I'm fresher than him. He don't like it. I'm a better man than him. And he jealous. He hates it. That's what it is. Okay. He
Mm.
can't stand a match to me, brother, and he hates it.
Yeah, you know he gonna clap back on something. That's why I said
Man, that
on
nigga,
a video
man, that,
about me. I'm just hanging out, hanging
man,
around.
who afraid? Let the man let the lightning strike. I wanted to. That nigga trash. Okay,
Mm.
he weak as man, dog. That dude weak, bro. There's virtually nothing he could do but make me rich and popular. Keep talking about me. Keep making videos about me. Because I'm not popular as you think I am, dummy. It's niggas like you that makes me popular. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
My channel ain't popular. If
Elder,
I was popular, my channel be blowed up.
a elder woman once told me there got to be some coming around a compromise.
You let her tell you that
I
I ain't
just never.
compromising nothing with this clown.
I looked at her when she told me that. I looked at her like she was crazy too. But
I ain't compromising with nobody. I don't need this nigga in my world. Nigga, let's compromise. You stay your bitch ass over there and I stay over here. We could do that kind of compromise. That's number two. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I'm working on it.
that's all we can
I'm gonna
do.
get a, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But that's what it is, man. I don't need him for nothing. Only thing I need, only thing I need him for is to make me go down. I don't need nobody like that around me, man. I don't need nobody around me that's bent on my destruction. Come on, man. What kind of fool is that? My Bible tells me not to let my goods be evil spoken of. And that's what happens with Judah Nash. Judah Nash take my goods and speak evil of them. Right?
Well, all I'm saying is like like I was saying, I grew up in the hood, and I had a lot of situations as far as misunderstandings where those misunderstandings turned into somebody being killed. And I realized that sometimes if you just talk something now, you be like, oh, I didn't know, I heard this and I heard that, but that's not what I really meant. Like that saved a lot of people from dying from where I grew up from.
I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, the murder capital of the United States.
Oh yeah,
I'm a
I
violent.
ain't taking nothing away from it. Montgomery, Alabama.
I'm a violent felon, bro. I've been sentenced to 35, 40 years in prison for doing violence. Man, I don't care about none of that.
Yeah, I ain't never been sentenced, but
Yeah.
I
What I'm
I
telling you
avoid
is what I'm
certain
telling you is that
situations.
I'm that type of guy that got history of breaking in your house while you sleep, nigga, and snatching your ass up out your bed. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I
I don't.
got you.
Yeah. When I know I got a history like that, man, I don't care about what nobody talking about. You need to be scared of me,
Gotcha.
okay? I am
I
a
got a
street
couple of them
dude,
in my
brother.
city.
I am a very
I got
street
a.
dude to this day. I just love the Lord, bro. I'm raised in
That's
Detroit,
right.
Michigan.
That's right.
I'm no different
I
than
know a
any
couple
other
people up
thug.
there
I
in
just
Detroit.
love the Lord.
Mhm.
And because of my love of the Lord raised me up out of thugdom spiritually because I still live amongst the thugs. I'm in Detroit, bruh.
I got a homeboy that's up there in Detroit right now, and he actually doing good right now. And he might be your cousin or something.
Might be.
His name is I think his name is Daryl, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a skinny type dude, and he stick to himself. He's always flashing. He's up there right now in Detroit, man. He's thriving. He's doing his thing, man. Every once in a while, I holler at him and see what he's doing. But as far as going to Detroit, no, he won't catch me in Detroit because I do not want to become a murderer.
You said you don't want to become a murderer?
Right?
It ain't that bad, man. I don't think.
No, I heard that the one side of the street, it's like the war zone, and the other side, yeah, you could like live like it's country. Oh
Nah,
yeah.
this whole city fucked up. I told you, there's mansions around me, but it's also this is a war zone. I mean, probably within the last month, about 5, 6 people got killed less than 100 feet from me, from
Oh
where I'm
yeah.
living. You dig what I'm saying?
Hmm. I guess
But
it's
yet
a
and
threat.
still, I mean, I'm in probably in one of the most historic,
Hmm.
expensive part. I live on Riverside, right off the Detroit River.
Yeah, that's
I
the
could
river.
throw a
That's
foot.
that's the divide, ain't it? The river, right?
No, well, that's the river divide Detroit from Canada.
Oh, it's that trip from Canada. But what's the
Yeah,
street called that they say they divide like far as
that's
with
8 Mile.
all? It's 8 Mile.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that shit old fashioned now, man. Back in the day, you couldn't cross 8 Mile. That was white people territory. Black people all
Hmm.
up in that motherfucker now, man.
Hmm.
That's when the auto industries was banging. You know what I'm saying? And the white
Hmm.
people was making that money when the auto industries collapsed and fell. The white people moved off from over to moved to other states and all of that stuff, man. And then black people stopped moving in or back all up down in there.
Okay. Gotcha.
Across 8 Mile used to be sundown town.
Mm. Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
couple of them in Montgomery too, with Alabama.
It was a divide just like that. They didn't want you over there. They didn't want you Negroes over there at all. And by nighttime, you just better not even be over there.
Mm. Well, I know where I'm from. In certain cities, you don't want to stop in those cities.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, you're
yeah,
not gonna get beat up by the people, but the police go. You might end
yep.
up in jail.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna find some kind. They used to have law. They used to exercise what they call vagrancy laws.
Hmm.
Meaning that if you walking through this neighborhood and you don't have no money in your pocket, you're going to jail because you have no business in this area.
Wow. Mm.
You go to jail for being broke.
Wow.
And that was a law that they used to keep Negroes up out of their community.
That's crazy.
Yep, it was called the vagrancy laws. Basically, you go to jail for being broke.
Vagrancy laws.
Yeah, this is a high class area. If you ain't got no money, you must be out here to steal or something. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You must be out here doing something you ain't got no business doing. Cause we got
Gotcha.
money. We got money out here. We got shit out here that you don't belong here. We got shit out here that you don't got.
What you doing on my block, man?
Yeah,
I
you
heard
know what
that
I'm
so
saying?
many times.
Yeah,
Mm.
you know. And I ain't gonna lie. We used to go over there across in the suburbs and all, go to Grosse Point and all that stuff. Hamtramck, where the white people's at. And we used to go in there, beat the white boys up, take their bikes and shit. We was little hoodlums, man.
Yeah, I
I
think
guess
back
they,
then it was
I guess,
fun though. You
I
get
guess
beat
they
up
would.
and you beat some people up, but you live. Where I'm
Yeah,
from, anyway.
but we were looked at as little rogues, little poor people coming over here to start trouble and steal and take stuff from people. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want us over there. We didn't have no business over there for real, because we was coming over there to do something we had no
I
business
was
doing.
just about to say that. You took the words right
Yeah,
out of my mouth.
but and they knew that, but they set the system up for that. Give us some money and let us live like y'all, and we won't have to steal from y'all.
Yeah. Well, fellas, I'm about to be out of here shortly, so I'll leave it up to you, brother McCall, to close
Yeah,
out.
yeah, but that being that, man, I'm gonna close out with these, man. I thank the Lord, for saving me, brother. And I'm not talking about salvation in Jesus' name. I'm talking about salvation. The Lord has saved my life, man.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't the reason why I'm holding on to this truth, man, because this truth is the core of my being, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that before I started worshiping Yah, I was just a regular man. I was no kind of an intellect, brother. I graduated from high school the fourth bottom of the class.
mm.
I went to Martin Luther King High School, which was an intellectual school. It was like one of the smartest schools in Michigan.
The
But I
magnet school.
graduated. Yeah, it was a very smart school, but I graduated the fourth bottom of the class, bro. I'm talking about like a D average, man. That was before I started worshiping Yah. When I started going to college, I started getting spiritual. I started taking life serious. And once I started worshiping Yah and I got in college, don't you know, I went from that kind of dummy to on the honor roll, to being on the dean's list, and being in the honor society. I would have never thought that I had the capacity to do that. And I got the capacity to do all of that by reading the scriptures, brother. I learned
I agree.
Hebrew. I learned Hebrew from reading the scriptures. I learned history from reading the scriptures. I learned logic and psychology and science from reading the scriptures, bro.
I agree.
So, and that's what I want to, it's that type of energy that I want to exude amongst my brothers and sisters, not that one West stuff and not that stuff of the BHI. I want to actually give us stuff that's going to prove to work in our lives. Empowering us. Because it empowered me, man. I went from a nobody, man, believing in Yah. I went from a guy who didn't know nothing but street stuff, man, or a guy that was going to end up in prison, to a guy who ended up owning his own record label. Man, I done made all kinds of albums. I done been all kinds of movies. And all of this stuff came after I started serving Yah, bro. That being stated, man, I'm glad to be with y'all. And I would like to share, this energy with you all, man. So the Most High can start empowering and then strengthening you all. You know what I'm saying? Because if your religion, your beliefs are not beliefs that benefit you and empower you in your life, then I think you need to re examine why you're following this belief system. That being stated, Yasha been this real. I'm done.
Well, this is your hour, your blackout hour, and you blacked out. Well, brother McCall, I'm gonna say something, and then I'm gonna let it take off to you, and then we're gonna close out. And keep in mind, we got our brother, you know, Eric the Math Science is about to come on soon, do his thing. You gonna do your thing.
Shout
Smashing
out to
Alley
the
gonna do
elder.
his thing, and I'm gonna finish out a couple of things what I gotta do, and that's pretty much it. But everybody else, I'm gonna say peace.
Peace.
Hey, shalom.
Welcome to Dead on arrival and the Guardians.
Origins, 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 what's coming next?
Get ready. Yes! It's alive! It's alive! My beautiful, terrifying creation. The one that will tear down your flimsy reality. The scientist of truth. Cuts through the chaos. I will destroy your false teachings. I will expose your propaganda. And I will replace it with the true reality. Your cage can't hold me. I have the backing of the creator and wisdom of the ancient ones. I am Eric, the mad scientist. The scientist of truth.